Hello everybody, time for a scrapbook process video, and I am going to I'm gonna kill this set of papers here that's from 49 and Market. It was Vintage Artistry Essentials. I'm actually thinking Anna from Peace Craft Love might have sent these to me a while back, probably close to a year ago if I'm 100% honest with you guys. Anyway, I've got these, they're really pretty. Like there's these butterflies, it's like a little newspaper deal. I've got just scraps here basically, but I do have these two full-size pieces here. I want to use this round one here. This is what I'm looking to use. Not certain how I'm going to use this one quite yet, if I can. I may have to do one more layout. I don't know, y'all, because I kind of want to use this. I have this photo. It's from May of 2011. It's me, my daughter, and my husband, and I'm going to trim this down a little bit because there is a glare here, and I don't need the arm, so it's going to end up getting trimmed down a little bit. I think what I'm going to do is put it in like this little section here, and then I did get into my stash, so I thought these little bird cage things were kind of pretty. I pulled out a couple of frames. I'm not sure if I'm going to use them. I do have some wood grain like H's, because that's our last name. And then I pulled out some Prima flowers, y'all. I'm thinking maybe I can go around the outside here with some flowers. And then I went ahead and pulled out Simple Stories, the Simple Life here. I don't know that this is going to work 100% because this is very green. It's got the white, so I don't know that it's going to work, but I might can use some of the butterflies or something like that. So I'm going to kind of look inside there. So that's what I'm starting with. I'm going to trim this down and trim my photo. I do need to mat it, so maybe I can use my scraps for the photo mats. That's probably what I'm going to do here. And maybe I'll have a little shelf. I don't know, because I do really like this round piece. So I got to mess with that. So give me just a second. I'll be back on. All right, gang. I don't actually make any shelves with that paper. I do make these photo mats here, though. So I went ahead and like trimmed off the first part of the film here where I just created the photo mats. I did go ahead and scuff the edges of the photo, and then I've got, I think, is it two other mats? I kind of offset a couple of the layers to create some of the mats, so that's me scuffing the edges of all those too. The picture is actually bigger. I had in my mind this might be a little bit smaller little photo mat on the bottom of that circle, but it actually turned out a little bit bigger than I thought. So but it's okay. It's not a big deal. It's sometimes, you know, you scale in your head or whatever. So I'm going to end up putting that down there. I do really want to add these little sprays here, these little inks. And I love this ink. I forget the name. It's by Tattered Angels, and it's kind of got this brown, but there's like a gold little shimmer to it, or like a gold little glittery stuff in there. And so I use that. And then I'm going to be honest with you guys. I have this Mr. Huey's. I intended to pick up my white. I accidentally picked up the shine, and the shine is just kind of a silvery, it's not opaque really, it's more just kind of cleary, but it adds like a shimmer, like a glitter shimmer too. But after I started sprinkling on there, I thought, oh, that actually looks really pretty. I kind of had both the gold and the silver kind of shimmers on there, and I go, you know what, I actually like that, so I wasn't even upset about it. So I maintained that particular ink. Okay, so here's now what I've got my photo block down here, and I'm going to start figuring out, okay, what I want to put down. I pull up these Prima flowers. I've got 3 of the big ones and 2 of the small ones. So luckily it is definitely odd numbered. And I go, okay, I'm going to try to build it in a little bit of a diagonal across this across the photo. And then I pull out, I don't use the little banners, by the way. There's some little banners on these Prima flowers, the smaller ones. They have little words and stuff. I don't use those. In fact, I think I had 6 in there originally, 6 or 8. And I think it only used a couple that actually had the banners. Then I'm going to take these little white chipboard frames. I've had these 100 years, y'all. I know I've had these a minimum of 10 years. I used to have a lady that made those for me. She made black and she made white, and so I just had those in there. And these are probably the back end of these, if I'm honest. I don't think I have any more. So I was happy to use them here. And then I pulled out this little H. It's on a little heart. It's a wood, let's say wood veneer, I guess. And initially, I wasn't going to do anything else with it. I was going to leave it as a wood veneer. But I will ultimately decide to put the brown shimmer Tattered Angels ink on it, and I'll give it a shade. But I don't do that for a little while. And then I'm going to be honest with you guys. I had my mind to put a title underneath the photo, and I completely forgot, y'all. I completely forgot the title. So that little H there has become the title, because after I get the layout assembled, I thought, you know, I like it the way it is. I'm not going to add anything to it. So H is the title. In the upper right there, I pulled out of the Simple Stories little chipboard pieces. I decided to put those little frames in the upper right because I thought the colors would look really good. I have that little tag you saw me messing with just then, and I didn't put it where I'm going to end up putting it. I'll end up putting that up, actually up underneath those two little picture frames. Here's where I got those little bird cage things, and they're metal. I will have to use I say I have to. I like to use my glossy accents to attach stuff like that. And I just kind of tuck them in between the flowers, and then I'll add one at the top up there next to those frames. Once I pull that other little piece of paper, here's where I think I'd make that decision, actually. I'm going to take that little label there with the flower on the edge, and I'm going to put it up underneath those frames. And it kind of offers them a little shelf, and then I put the little bird cage on the left side over there with the flowers. And that's kind of the design, basically, y'all. I'll tell you real quickly, this picture was taken down at my husband's pawpaw house in Temple, Texas, y'all. So we used to go down there, I don't know, periodically. Let's say once a month, I guess. Maybe once every 6 weeks, something like that. That was where his mom was from. So we'd go down there and visit with him. And that was a little bitty old house. It had 2 bedrooms. They had enclosed the garage. So that was the living room at that point. It was just a tiny little bitty old house. And we don't go anymore, obviously, because his family's all gone. But that was a lot of memories were there. I am taking that. I went ahead and glued everything down at this point, but I decided to go ahead and pull the inks back out and just kind of add some to the stuff where the flowers are too, because I kind of wanted the little droplets on the flowers. So I'm going to add that and that those little butterflies. So those little butterflies also came out of that Simple Stories ephemera. So I think this turned out really pretty. I've been able to combine a couple of collections with Prima and my stash stuff, and I'm really pleased with this. I think it looks great. Very simple little layout. This 49 and Market, these circle patterns are always really great. And that's going to be it. I'll slow this down so you can see the close-ups. It is dimensional. I will say that's a little tricky because putting it in an album, it ends up being pretty dimensional here, but I'm okay with that. I don't have too many of those. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you do the like and subscribe and the little bell and all the good YouTube-y things. And, of course, check out my Instagram at Scrapping Harden if you like to do that. And we will see you next time. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.